Of choosing the major that you actually have that got you to transfer?
Okay, well, I'm gonna start. For me, education was a privilege because in my family, nobody, my parents didn't thought about women going to school or doing anything with their life, just housework and kids and all that. So I only got from my professors and from being in school, I was my happiest all the time since I was little. So I knew that I wanted to help someone. So I was like, I want to do psychology. But then I took some classes in community college and I was like, I don't know if I like this. So I was taking, my major is Spanish language and literature. So I was in a Spanish class and my first language is Spanish, so it was really easy for me, and I was helping my professor, and she asked me, have you ever thought of teaching? And I'm like, oh my God, I could do this, and it clicked right away. So, but when I get here, I work here as a student assistant for a transition course that I may talk about it a little bit later. And also I'm a mentor for transfer students, the prospect transfer students. So I help students with the process because I went through it. I know I made all the mistakes that you can make. And so that's what I want to do. I want to help students get into higher education because I think that's the only way to change anything in the world is for being educated. So I want to do counseling. But even if I'm a Spanish major, I can still do that. Like even if I really love Spanish, but I want to help people, and I don't want to do psychology. So I want to finish this and then go to grad school and do counseling. So you can do that even with the major because LNS doesn't have practical majors. So I can do both things that I really like. I love Spanish, I love the literature, I love all that, and also going to and helping students. That's what I want to do.
I kind of stumbled upon my major. When I started college in Marin, I went in thinking I was going to do psychology. When I took the classes, I really liked it. But then when I started taking my bio classes, I also really liked bio. So I didn't know what to do. I felt like if I did one, I was missing the other. And every time I took a class, I just really liked everything I was taking. So one time my friend told me about cognitive science. Do any of you know what cognitive science is? So they call it the study of the mind through 5 different fields, which is philosophy, computer science, neuroscience, I forgot the other 2. But it's very holistic. It's a very holistic view on the study of the mind. And that's what captured my interest because I felt like I was getting a little bit of everything, and I just felt like there was nothing missing from that point of view for what I wanted to learn. I didn't really understand the major by the time I got to Berkeley. I just knew that this might provide what I wanted. And then when I started taking classes here, I'd taken linguistics, I'd taken my general proc sci class, and computer science and neuroscience. And it's just so interesting how all of these different majors can come together to give you a holistic view of a specific topic, and I'm completely in love with the major.
Excellent, thank you.
I think for myself, when I came in, I was definitely on an engineering track when I started at College of Marin, and I took all engineering classes, and so a lot of that had to do with computer science. So the more and more I took computer science classes, the more I realized that's more or less what I wanted to do. It's a different kind of way of thinking where it's not as mechanical. You have a chance to kind of work through a lot of conceptual stuff that I really enjoyed. And it's not that I didn't enjoy like grinding through 3 hours of math problems, but it was just a different kind of enjoyment. So I transitioned to a computer science major, and I think it's definitely something that a lot of people are getting more into, and you have a chance to meet a lot of people that are doing a lot of cool things in the world that's like cutting edge technology, and I think that's what interests me, is being on that technology side.
Okay, great. So we have some students here who've applied and are waiting till April 24th to hear. And some of the things that I think are really kind of